Would you want to short into this? Long across all time frames, bullish Ichimoku across 4 time frames, and bullish divergence on the 12-hour. What have we been talking about for 1 year now? Use your 12-hour as your barometer. Do not bet against the goddamn 12-hour. The 12-hour is screaming, do not short me. In fact, the 12-hour saying, go long. Alright, so that was a clip from just last night's live stream. And even though we were sitting up against massive monthly resistance, our objective indicators were telling us that, hey, you do not want to be short Bitcoin at that level, right? And what do you know? Bitcoin has taken a big leg to the upside this morning. A lot of people are going to be far too bearish at the wrong times and far too bullish at the wrong times during the cycle. Keeping yourself objective, keeping your emotions in check is gonna be the difference whether you make it or not this cycle. You need to know when to pull back and be cautious and when to go in and attack hard. Now granted, at this juncture, Bitcoin is a bit difficult, right? Remember, the easy trade was all the way back at the beginning of the year when I was posting about how, hey, Bitcoin's first target is 24,000. Ultimate target is the top of the cloud, $42,000. That's when Bitcoin is a lot easier. Now, however, with the dashboard volatility sitting as high as it is, it's kind of difficult to be trading. But there are these opportunities to jump in and attack. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a key level that we want Bitcoin to claim to say that, hey, this move now, this final stretch to our ultimate target of $42,000 is getting a lot more probable. All right, so to get a feel as to whether or not we should be attacking or being defensive on the coin we are trading, we're going to start with the dashboard. You guys can find the dashboard at app.mango.markets. There's a free version as well as a premium version. It's stupidly cheap, but even if you don't want or can't get the premium features, all you need to do is follow along with the daily videos and the live streams, because I show pretty much everything, right? If there's any altcoins that you request to on the live streams, I show you guys the entire dashboard and volatility profile. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification icon so that way you don't miss on any updates on what's going on with the dashboard. So what is the update with today's dashboard profile? Well, in yesterday's live stream, we were looking at Bitcoin. We were like, wait a minute, the 12-hour volatility was sitting at blue. We also had bullish divergence on the 12-hour. The daily, guys, is still sitting at blue. Remember, blue means volatility compression. Volatility compression leads to volatility expansion. But the big question usually is, which direction? Because we could expand upwards, we could expand downwards. Well, the mango way is to err to the side of the trend. And the trend, guys, is long across all of the time frames, right? Weekly is long, 4 days long, 2 days long, daily is long, 12 hours long, 4 hours long. And the volatility was compressed blue. That's exactly what we want as bulls, right? If you're bearish, you'd want short, 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 and volatility blue. But we are not bearish, we are bullish. Bullish Ichimoku flags across the time frames as well. Guys, this bullish Ichimoku flag that you're seeing over here, it's an algorithm on its own, all right? It's a system on its own. It's a set of criteria that need to take place on the Ichimoku system for these flags to turn on. And they're turned on across all of these time frames, right? The 4-hour, the 12-hour, the daily, as well as the 2-day. Last night, Bitcoin's 12-hour profile was sitting under ideal conditions for that leg up, for that trade continuation, right? We had 12-hour long with blue volatility, bullish Ichimoku, and bullish divergence. We essentially had the perfect conditions. Now, however, the bullish divergence has already played out. We've made a local high. The volatility has now turned orange. That's not bad though. Remember, it's not bad. Orange is still good. However, what we now want to look at, since the 12 hours already played out, is what the daily is saying. And guys, the daily volatility is still blue, saying that there's more room for this to run. Bullish Ichimoku on the daily as well. So let's go on over to the charts and see what's going on over here. Here, we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and I want you guys to draw your attention to this Kumo twist right over here, all right? This area right over here. This is a time-based analysis. When you're using the Kumo, we're going to go ahead and draw a vertical line somewhere around there, and we're going to be looking for one of two things. Either Bitcoin to make its way up over here and then come down towards the Kumo, or make its way up towards the line and then have a suck down, right? Somewhere around there, guys, you're going to see some sort of magnetic effect. We don't know how deep the low is going to be, but there is a high probability that you're going to see a high low around that area. But there's room to run, right? We still have a few days before that plays out. In fact, we have around 11 days, almost 2 weeks, right? So with that, let's take us on over to the weekly time frame. And here we are looking at the weekly Ichimoku. Remember, since Jan, we've been looking for $42,000 as our target, right? Top of the cloud. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is turn on our drawings that we drew in a while ago. This rising channel, right, is what we've been worried about. Rising channel into monthly resistance. But what do you know? I just noticed something. That Kumo twist that we marked out on the daily time frame, that circle, and the horizontal that we put in, guys, it's right over here. It's lining up with the bottom of our channel, right? It's also lining up with the bottom of the cloud. Okay, so we're seeing confluence over there. If Bitcoin resists against the top of the channel over here and makes its way down, that could actually line up with what we talked about on the daily time frame, right? Where we're looking for the move to the Kumo twist, this region over here, guys, and then a drawdown, right? That lines up with what the weekly is telling us as well. So there's so much confluence over here, so much confluence. What is one of Mango's favorite patterns? It's the fake out, breakout pattern. Whether we have a rising channel or falling channel, we look for a move to the top of the channel to break out of the channel, find resistance, high time frame resistance, and then a break back down into the channel, right? This is not something we'd like to see as bulls, but it's something we need to guard against. It also lines up with our ultimate thesis that $42,000 should be our target until the cloud flips green. The cloud is still red. Now, if we start closing multiple weekly candles above this red cloud, that's when things change. That's when you're likely going to start seeing the red cloud begin to flip green as well. But we're not there yet. So until we see that, we have to remain objective. But what can we look for initial signs to look for that final stretch to the upside, to look for that move from around $35,000 to $40,000 and perhaps even a tad bit above? Well, I'm going to give you guys that key level right now. I want you guys to focus your attention towards the left side of the chart to the green cloud over here, okay? This green area here. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and zoom in. Okay, we're going to zoom in nice, and we're going to go ahead and place a horizontal line right at the bottom of this green cloud. Boom, right over there. And let me go ahead and read out that level for you guys. It's 36,454. Let's just round up to 36,500 to be safe. 36,500. Now that's going to be our key level that we're going to be looking for Bitcoin to clear on the weekly basis. Remember, we have only a few days before the weekly candle closes. If Bitcoin can close a weekly candle above that level, I am going to be looking for an increased probability that we see that big move to around $42,000. In fact, we can go ahead and look for early signs on the daily time frame, right? The first big step is going to be looking for whether or not today's candle closes above this level. Can the bulls claim that level, or will the bears defend that level? That's going to be just the first sign. I'd like to see at least 2 daily candles close above that. And again, I'm going to be giving you guys updates on how the price unfolds along with the dashboard. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that way you guys are keeping up to date. So to summarize the story so far, we have around 10 to 11 days before we have to worry about the Kumo twist pulling price down on the daily time frame. But remember, 10 to 11 days is a long time for Bitcoin. A lot can happen. And what's the dashboard saying? That the volatility is still low, that there is runway. It's lining up with the 10 to 11 day time frame that a lot can happen. The weekly as well is saying that, hey, in 10 to 11 days, we could very well get up to the top of the cloud, find some resistance, and then make our way down for that higher low. So that's the story we're looking for, guys. That's what we need to guard for. And then I will update you guys as to how to proceed after. But for now, I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you guys did. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, do the Mango way, do the easy way, do the stress-free way. Ciao.